Good evening, folks, and welcome to episode 70 of Malt Magic. It's been a Monday, can you tell? My brain is just over there somewhere. Anyway, so episode 70 of Malt Magic. Should we start that again? Good evening. Welcome to episode 70 of Malt Magic. The Forgotten Kingdom of Nialin, as everybody gives me thumbs up in the background. Thanks, guys. So, yes, episode 70. Wow. The other thing I need to talk about is our follower count, but we'll get there. So, let's do our usual shout-outs and thank yous for tonight. So, thank you to Albert Rodeo, to Incarnate, to Dungeon Alchemist, to D&D Beyond, to Hero Forge, to Kassoon, to 5e Magic Shop, which I will be using tonight, and of course to Tabletop Audio as well. And we would never ever start our sessions without thanking the amazing Battle Bards. If you enjoy the sound effects, the musical ambiances, all those things that make the game slightly more immersive, then go check Battle Bards out and use the code you see on screen, enter it as you register, get yourselves a nice cheeky discount off some sound effects and musical tracks. I've also been using them for the podcast, so if you've been checking out the latest episodes on the podcast, you'll notice some small changes and amendments with some new tracks, some new break content, and an outro as well. So don't forget to check that out. That sort of covers the podcast as well. Don't forget to go and check out the social media links as well. We will post all our updates. I've been posting some art on my DM Instagram account as well, which Malt Magic's linked to. So you can go see Gindris and Remley in the coloured flesh, I suppose. And yeah, so check out social media. What else do we have to talk about? Tales of Teal'nar, of course. How could I forget Tales of Teal'nar? Be sure to go and check them out on YouTube. Our sister stream, if you like, DM'd by the one and only Samau, who's feeling a little bit under the weather tonight. So we're going to be a little bit careful and gentle with him rather than throwing him full-fledged into a, I don't know, horde of undead, I guess. So yes, please check out Tales of Teal'nar. Now the big thing. We are 5 followers away from completing our first goal. So we are at 45 followers as it stands right now. If we get 5 followers by the end of the stream, we will be able to close that NPC character contest and pick somebody either on stream or on Wednesday night in Malt Magic and More to be the lucky winner and create that NPC character alongside myself to feature in our game. You'll also get a dice box and a t-shirt. Please do not miss out on that opportunity. We are so close now. I really don't want anybody that's following or that's watching and enjoying to miss out. Make sure you hit that follow button on Twitch. Get us to the 50. Get yourself an opportunity to win some cool stuff and get a little bit of yourself in Nialin as well. So yeah, if we could hit 50 by the end of the stream, I will be ever thankful. And I think that's it for the intros. So there will be adult language, there will most certainly be adult humour. You have been warned. Let's roll. Literally before we need to go. Sort of.
I literally should have done that before you had to introduce the episode, but I just missed it.
Oh, that tickled me. There we go. So, hello everyone. There was a little bit of a peek behind the curtain, but here we are, all 4 of us for tonight with a surprise somehow. I mean, I'm not meant to be here tonight, but we know you're feeling a little bit poorly.
3.5.
So hopefully this will.
Yeah.
Hopefully this will get you through the evening, or through the majority of the evening. So, before we dive in, let's go down the lineup, shall we? So I'm Matt, as most people will know now. I am the Dungeon Master, and I also play the lovable sidekick character of Bothrid.
I play No, I don't. I don't play Danny. I am Danny. Fuck me. I will just say I play Ander, and I will leave it there before I talk absolute bollocks.
Already
Solid
down
start,
to
boys.
collective 3 players.
Yeah. One brain cell, 3 players. We'll stand by the end. Hello, I'm Smell, and I play Kirik. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty crap tonight, so let's get into some combat and see what happens.
If it's any consolation, you look like shit.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, I do.
Oh, wow. Well, on that note, so I'm Dave. I play Dargon, the Goliath fighter warlock, who has, because there was no combat last week, has still been picking what his other things are going to be. But that's fine.
I love how we leveled up 2 weeks ago and you're still picking shit.
Yeah, I've been moving house. I don't know why. I've just clearly not. I've clearly been slacking. I'm slacking, honestly.
I picked my level up stuff 5 seconds after the stream ended on Monday. Straight in. No foreplay. Straight in.
What's more important, moving house or changing your D&D character? Like,
exactly.
What's the priority here?
Yeah, how dare I go to sleep? Good lord.
Yeah, who needs sleep?
Yeah, it's overrated.
I didn't sleep. Look at me now.
I did not get much sleep over the weekend.
Danny and I have got kids. We don't know what sleep is anymore.
No.
True.
Potion of watchful rest is not a thing that Samal is in possession of.
No, it is not.
Oh dear. So I suppose with that then, let's do a quick recap of last week. Not a huge amount happened last week, apart from probably a lot of minor plot points, if you like. So you returned having succeeded in the temple underneath Shivaspire, or the dungeon, whatever we're calling it, and defeated whatever thing was down there. Decided to exit the dungeon temple pretty quickly, and found yourself back in that tower, but whatever was shielding the tower from the environment, from the weather outside, had stopped. And so you just decided to close the door, have a long rest, and then there was a decision on where you were going next. Very much an open decision at this point, with some clear directions, but decided it would be more pertinent to head back home. So using a word of recall, Kirik took you all back to the Raven's Queen part of the temple within the Maltmaster's Keep, within Castle Maltstack itself, well, just outside Castle Maltstack, and you were met with a very unfriendly reception, which was surprising. Lots of guards, a significant guard presence. Calmed that down. Mephisto actually came and identified the 4 of you, and then you sort of made your way immediately to the Maltmaster's Keep, Castle Maltstack, into the throne room, which had been turned pretty much on its head. All the pews had been moved, the table that had come from upstairs had been moved downstairs, and it was set up as a full war room now, with miniatures all over the map, as a tabaxi randomly enters. And you had a conversation with them and discussed various things. That actually parts of Nialin were under siege. There'd been a significant darkness starting to spread across Nialin. And there had been people trying to infiltrate Glentuag and Castle Maltstack and the Maltmaster's Keep. You'd been told that the reason for the unwelcome reception is because there'd been doppelgangers, because there'd been changelings and other creatures that can disguise themselves, attempting to infiltrate and seemingly cause havoc. And then I think that was pretty much it. There was a conversation. You went back home to your house and sort of recuperated some more, and then spent a week doing various things, with Kirik performing some scrying spells, trying to find more information, Dargon training, and off to get some more education from what is left of the College of Eloquence of Moonbright. And we left last week as we start the final morning of the week, and we're all heading out to go and do a little bit of shopping. So to save time, I have sent you the shopping list, or not the shopping list, the catalogue, if you like, of all things that are available in the shop So, we wake up, we have breakfast. What are we doing this morning? Heading straight over to Mephisto's? Anybody want to have a conversation? Anybody else want to do anything else before you head there?
I think once we've restocked, I think I'm fully recuperated now. I've achieved what I wanted to achieve. We then need to a battle plan and decide whether we're gonna go save Dialin like we thought, or get snuck into Dialin to see what the deal is, or whether we go to Mountaineer, which is the less tricky of the two, maybe the lesser of two evils, but I suppose it depends how heroic we're feeling.
Yeah, so we've got the potential of us not being able to get into being able to get into the information.
Whose cat is that, Dagon?
I don't know. I think
stop letting in strays.
I think number two's, just got a cat and
okay.
comes in,
Just stop feeding it, will you?
Hang on. Bothrid? Oh no, it's not here. It's not Bothrid. Oh, Bothrid, you're there. Oh, sorry, my bad. So I'm just double checking. You never know.
That's called method acting, ladies and gentlemen. I think.
Dialin is currently under siege. Yeah.
I believe so. Yes.
If technically both places are under siege, but do we know if Dialin's worse? So I think we need to find out. We need to confirm.
I think that's what they intimated last.
Yeah.
I think that's what they intimated last night. Yeah.
Because they said that Mountaineer have been able to keep themselves to themselves, or to a degree they are well fortified. So maybe Dialin is where we need to go.
I can write
we need to go there anyway.
I can write a letter to Dialin to see if to understand the situation and let them know that we're coming. Maybe.
Do we know anyone there?
Didn't you leave your candles at River's End?
Oh yeah, that was it. Sorry, my bad.
That's okay. You don't look very well rested.
I had a terrible night's sleep. But yeah, so then we can go to River's End and make our way to Dialin, or we can just.
River's End has also fallen now, isn't it?
Is it fallen or is it under siege? Quite two different things.
Touche. I think the Malt Masters said they could sneak us into Dialin, or find us a way into Dialin without having to go through whatever is attacking it.
Then we definitely need to take them off on that offer.
True.
Because I suppose I'm partly, although it'll be the harder road and it'll be the harder task, having been to River's End, having met the Grand Maester, knowing her and the distiller, a relative of theirs, is under attack, and we know it's an important place for us to go from a prophecy perspective. I feel a bit more drawn to Dialin, if I'm honest.
Me too.
I never thought I'd say the day where I've come full circle and I love Elvenkind now, but I feel like I've turned a corner, I think. Personally.
I'm proud of you.
I think we also, as we have been doing, we've just got to make sure that we're looking at this the right way. If one city's doing alright and the other one's not, we need to go there first. So
after I see what I see at Moonbright,
yeah.
if Dialin is a breaking point, I don't want that. I wouldn't wish that on the worst enemy what we witnessed at Moonbright.
Yeah.
Let's. I think if we decide to go to Dialin, I can still write a letter to River's End and try to figure out what the situation is like there.
Yes. And also give her comfort that we're going to hopefully rescue her father, potentially.
And there's nothing stopping us from, after going to Dialin, go to River's End and perhaps steal whatever's there. And I wouldn't mind going south and taking care of the Isle of the Dead, but I know there's more pressing matters at hand.
Can you do it as quickly as you looked after Greenflower? Because it won't be much of a detour if that's the case.
I don't know.
Maybe we see where it takes us once we're down in Nialin.
Sounds like a plan.
I mean, we took a quick trip to Shiverspire, and look how that turned out.
Yeah, well, exactly. But also, I'm right there with you. I want to go. I want to finish them off. So let's see where it takes us.
Yeah. But first, let's go
As you're all
shopping.
discussing this, there is then a very loud on the door.
Enter.
And a handle sort of turns slowly and the door just opens. And ringed in sunlight, bright sunlight, as a breeze rushes in, a tall metallic figure bends down and steps in, clad in this navy blue plate-like armour, familiar metallic face with these greyish robot-like eyes, a shield and greatsword slung across his back. Feltag steps in to the room. Hello.
Oh, by Palor, you're still
Where
alive.
have you been?
Well, I was in Moonbright, where you left me, and now I'm here.
No, I remember that different. We took a tactical retreat, and we chose a different course of tactics. That's how I remember that.
Much as what Ander says, Feltag, we did leave you there, and we apologise. We did make a tactical retreat, but we didn't mean to leave you there. I'm so glad to see you alive.
Yes, well, it's a shame the tavern burned down. I was doing well, serving people beer and mead and food.
Well,
It was quite a nice retirement you had for yourself there.
I must say, as much as you must have liked that retirement, look at you. You look fantastic.
Ah, yes, well, some paint here, some extra armour there. It does the trick.
Does this mean you've come on a road trip with us?
No, just to step in and say hello. It has been a while.
Are you staying around here and guarding with the rest of them?
Oh, yes. Until
Lovely.
people head to, well, wherever my captain has gone.
Oh yes, want to rejoin them, and I think they went down south. In fact,
They did.
maybe
It
where
is besieged.
we-
Oh, they
Where
were
we're
going
going.
to River's End.
Yeah, they were going
I'm
to
sure.
River's
No,
End.
but obviously they're fine. They're fine, Feltag. No need to worry.
I mean, Feltag is great, but you may want to come with us, and I mean that in the sense of not you helping us, but you might be able to rejoin Captain Swift.
If you're heading to Captain Swift, then I will join.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's good.
We'll try not to forget you again.
No, we didn't forget
Please
you.
do not.
We just consciously left you because we knew you'd be fine.
I'll just look at
yeah.
Ander.
And keep digging, right. Feltag, we're just going to go and get a few supplies. So, do you want to just come join us or meet us at the gate?
I will patrol the ramparts, as
Right.
is usual on my mornings.
We'll give you a hauler when we're ready to go.
Okay. See you then.
After he leaves, I turn to the other guys like,
Feltag sort
I'm,
of bends back down underneath and turns and closes the door.
I am so bloody glad to see him alive.
Is it possible to hurt his feelings? I'm not quite sure.
He may be
Pretty sure
very
the
good
only
at covering
person
it.
who's whose feelings can't be hurt is yours, Ander. So
Ooh.
Oh no, I have a lot of hurt feelings, but I stuff them all down and I deal with them
Never.
at a later date.
that
No.
doesn't sound healthy at all.
No. But
Yeah, well, yeah, but of course, Kieran,
it's
he looks
worked
like a
for me so
picture of
far.
health anyway, doesn't he? Right. Well, enough with what we're all suppressing. Let's all go.
cool.
Okay, so you
Dark
head
on them
off
sexual
to
feelings, didn't
Mephisto's.
he? That's awkward.
Again, Ander
I'm
went
just
straight there.
repressing it all.
Look, I only process my emotions through inappropriate humour, okay? I don't do real feelings,
It's about right.
apart from when you guys die every other episode.
So as you exit around, you can hear the shouts of soldiers being drilled and being taken through maneuvers or moving around the base, basically the fortress that Castle Maltstack has now become. And you sort of wind up the path through the trees. There are much fewer trees than there were before. The river, the winding stream, still runs through the centre of the keep.
As Dargon sees a lot of the fewer trees, he will turn to the guys and goes, "Oh, don't worry, guys. I've got plenty of firewood for like a couple of weeks, so we are good if we're out in the open. Just, it's all sorted. I got it. I didn't chop down the trees. No, I went to someone else who had, been collecting firewood. So
sustainable firewood, Buffett. Don't worry, sustainable.
Yeah, that's why I went to someone else. I didn't just go with my axe. It's all good.
Dargon went to COP26 in his downtime.
I hope they plant more.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
And you approach the familiar building of Mephisto's magical menagerie.
As we're walking across, I do converse with the guys to say, Captain Swift was going to River's End, wasn't she? So because I gave her my River's End coin to garner them entry.
Yeah, they were heading that way.
Might be worth when you write your message to see if they got there safely, or if they arrived at all.
Did we give them the other stone of sending?
I haven't got the other half.
So, I have a sending stone, but it's to Nathan?
Oh, Nathan.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
so I don't have.
Maybe they were the ones we had. Because I think Captain Swift may have given our one back.
Somebody else we haven't kept in contact with. Brilliant.
Oh, look, it's been like 4 days. It's fine.
Mephistos.
Oh, so good to be there.
It's good to see it again.
Okay. And as you sort of take in Mephisto's, it has changed somewhat. There's a bit of dust around the place, really. It's not as pristine as it usually looks, and outside there are a lot of busted crates and half-open barrels and various just bits of equipment lying all over the place. Sort of crowds round the door a little bit, but there is enough room for you to get in. Togan hit the mic there.
Oh, I hope he's got some good stuff left. This looks a bit bargain bucket now, doesn't it?
Well, have a look.
Going in?
Is the door open, is it?
Would you like to try?
So it's not open, as in like a... Okay, yeah, I'll open the door.
Oh, it's not physically... The door is physically shut.
Yeah. Your best customers are here, as I open the door.
You open the door, and your voice echoes throughout this huge, great warehouse that you now enter, remembering that Mephisto's is bigger on the inside than it appears on the outside. It's effectively a TARDIS. And there's very little sound that comes back.
Mephisto's probably busy.
Is there anyone here?
Looking after the shop for him? Is there a bell on the counter to ring?
Yeah.
There is a bell on the counter.
I'm going to constantly just hit it like a child until somebody comes.
It's actually one that you pick up and sort of ring, but you just stand there like ding, ling, 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 ling,
After about 6 seconds,
right!
After about 6 seconds, I just grab it in his hand, just stop it ringing.
For fuck's sake! Constantly with the fucking bell. You, what can I do for you?
I want you to take my money.
a woman looking around 40 or 50 steps forward, this sort of brazen red hair, piercing green eyes, looks pretty much human. She sort of steps forward. You want to spend money? Well, okay. And what is it that you be needing?
Sorry, you sound a bit like Mrs. Darkflower and it threw me off a little bit.
That's exactly what I'm going for.
Hello!
Hello! dear.
You've got a bit of cake on your face there.
We are Mephisto's most loyal and valued customers, and he sent us your way for us to restock.
Yes, he warned me you might be coming.
Do you have some sort of stock list of what you still have left? So that we
Well,
can...
Mephisto told me if you be arriving, I need to be taking you into the back of the shop. So if you'll just follow me, let me just go and lock the door first. We don't want anybody sneaking in and stealing stuff. So she steps up to the door, takes out a huge, great iron key, and just clunk, and then sort of shuffles past you. So, do follow. She sort of shuffles off with this strange sort of bobbly walk that literally I'm doing now, and leads you behind the counter and into the magical menagerie, and you sort of weave through shelves that are just stock full of various items and crates, and there's shiny things and dull things and things that sparkle, things that effervesce, and she just sort of continues on.
Back here before.
I'm imagining the warehouse at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Fucking she turns at one point, Ander, as your hand creeps up to a shelf. No, that'll do.
Yeah. You beat me to it, that's exactly what I was about to say.
And she sort of bobbles on a little bit more and takes out that stack of keys again as you approach what looks like an iron-banded door. And she started going, yes, the golden one. Are you ready?
Yes, of course.
Please.
Places the golden key in and turns it, and there is a click, and a thin golden light appears around the doorway. She pushes it open and then steps in. Do come in.
I follow her in.
As you enter a very different aesthetic room. This is almost like a large office with a huge great desk at the back, but again there are just items piled up around. Looks like there may be a workbench in one corner, some sort of toolkit or sort of sat next to it, some hammers, looks like smithing tools, maybe some tinkering type tools, but there are just these crates full of items, and as you specifically step in, Andy, you can feel the arcane power in this room.
Well, Mephisto's never let me in here before. I'm a bit excited.
No, he doesn't let many in here. This is his private room. He calls it his war room. I call it his office.
I like war room, for sure. Yeah.
Well, this room's never seen any war whatsoever.
I'm sure he's battled against many of his contraptions he's made.
Well, do you know what? I don't think he... Well, I know there was that one homunculus. Just what? Homunculus. Never mind. Anyway, here. This is all of the things he's kept in here, ready for your perusal. He keeps a very fine ledger. She places down this thick leather book on the desk. If you'd like to have a flick through, I can find you what you need. It will still cost you coin, but he is willing to forego 60%, he's told me.
Oh, good.
Well, it's nice to actually see the price on the next to the items in the ledger, actually, because usually it's a bit of a haggle. So
I was going to say
he likes a barter, does Mephisto, but this time, well, needs must, and time is short.
It's totally understandable. Yeah.
Well, while we are looking at this, I was wondering if you could perhaps... I don't know if... I've got a couple of objects. I don't know if they have any magical property to them, but perhaps you could find the answer for me. Obviously, I'm happy to pay for the service.
Of course. If that's what you need.
I will take out the lance and the plate armor from that Duragard with the dogs.
Okay.
nice.
Not his head.
See if they have any magical properties to them or not. Whilst we look at the...
it's a wee size. It's like it would fit a dwarf, maybe. But She lays it down, places it on her lap, and just sort of spends 10 minutes or so just as you guys peruse through the catalogue. And then her eyes sort of flash open. Well, that was disappointing. It's just plate armor. You can keep it if you wish, or we'd be taking it off your...
I have no use for it, so I'm happy to leave it for the efforts of the war.
As a donation, or you be wanting to sell it?
I look at Ander. As I'm ready to say donation, but I feel Ander's look, and I'm like, I'm sure we can find a fair price to trade it for.
Yes. I also have some items to trade in return for other goods. For the effort, of course.
Okay.
For the good of Glintwag.
Very well.
Inside check.
For Nialin!
For Nialin!
Stab her, you bastard!
Okay, well, I can set the plate armor aside and we'll agree a price for that. The lance. She just does a quick arcana check. Pretty good. This be feeling pretty plain too, so I think we can safely say they're just, well, the simple kind, still strong, very well forged. They might fit some of the smaller folk.
Great.
Sorry, Dargon, did you want some food?
Oh, sorry. I'm just having a bit of breakfast. It's alright. It's fine. I'm just bored. I'm just looking through this. It's rubbish. I mean, you're reading the price list. This is for under. This is.
I like you think you pick up some jerky, or what you thought was jerky off the desk, and it just turns out it's just a bit of leather. And you just chew it on it.
Dargon hasn't got a clue the difference. It's like, oh, this is... I mean,
This tastes like polish. This is awful.
Kirik is quite
Careful
interested.
what you pick up in here.
Despite my joke prior to the stream, Kirik is actually quite interested in that rod of alertness.
Rod of alertness. The joke before the stream for our viewers was the rod of alertness is just another word for Anders' penis.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh yes, so the rod. Well, it's one of our finer items, and will set you back, well, 10,000 gold pieces. But I think with the plate armor and the lance, I'm willing to let that go for 8,500.
8,500.
Would it help if we put all of our items that we're willing to trade on the table, and then we can get a collective discount going?
Well, you've got the 60% discount already, but yes, if you've got things to trade, you can place them down, and we'll work out an amount, and then you can.
So
work out how
on the
much left
table,
you've got
I will
to spend.
place a short sword, just to get the juices flowing. But then I will also put my armour of acid resistance on the table. Don't need that. You just see Ander rummaging through his bag of holding, pulling things out like Mary Poppins. And
Right, you are going to
also,
have to go a wee bit slower for me there.
so a short sword, armour of acid resistance, barely used, might I add, mint condition,
What sort of armour was that?
and studded leather armour of acid
Leather
resistance.
armour of... Okay.
And the dancing rapier. Too many attunement items, not enough spaces for attunement.
I'm actually also going to put my Mace of Smiting down,
Okay.
because
For
I
the
do
war
not
effort,
use
we
it.
are essentially heroes. So the 10,000 gold is with a 60% discount. Oh, Mephisto knows how to charge, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
It's
Sure,
a
isn't it?
pretty good item, though. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've just been
Looking at it.
I've just been reading up on the Sentinel Shield.
Sentinel shield looks awesome as well. But my shield, I've got a pretty good shield already. So
I was thinking about it, apart from the fact that I have not used one in about, 10 episodes or something.
is it attunement though?
Ah.
It is not. So it's while holding the shield. Yeah.
So she takes a look at all the items you've placed down and she says, well, they are some fine items. That the mace and the rapier specifically. I think based on what I know, I'd be willing to give you 20,000 for all of this.
Ka-ching.
So shall we put that to the side and agree some trade?
Yep, so the rod's already done. Kirik, you're welcome.
So you wish to have the rod of alertness? Okay, just bear with me while I go and find which fucking crate you put that in. And she sort of rummages and no, not that one. Pulls up some other things.
It'll be the one that's not surprised to see you, I'd imagine.
I will then turn to Kirik and then go. Well, I didn't realise that. Didn't realise you had that much, kicking about. I wonder, could you use that horn there? That one there is the Valhalla horn. I've not been so wealthy more recently, so actually wasn't really looking at much of this list, but suddenly you guys have just put that down on the table, so maybe you guys can start using it. I myself, honestly,
I'm continuing to rummage, and she pulls out this flanged head rod. It's like, aha! There we go. She places that down in front of you, or sort of in front of her. This pile of stuff you've traded, and then the rod. So that'll be 10 from the 20 then. And wish anything else you're wishing?
I just have some simple items that I need. I would like all of your arrows, the normal arrows, the +1, the +2, and the +3 arrows.
Sorry,
please.
There's a lot of. If you're talking the basic arrows, there's a lot of them out in the shop. How many are we talking?
Do you? Right, here's
Your
a question.
inventory management's going to be a nightmare.
Tell me about it. I don't have a. I used to have a fancy quiver that held loads of stuff, but literally I don't anymore.
Your bag
So
of
would they
holding
have to
would
go
be
in
able
my
to
bag of
probably take
holding?
like 1,000.
And I'd have to get them out of my. I'd have to get them out of my bag of holding when I
Maybe
wanted to
you
fire
need to
them.
then have a quiver so that you can restock after every fight. A normal quiver.
Yes. And I would also like a fancy, a new quiver, please, to put some in. But obviously, I can put the rest in my bag of holding. But yeah, as many arrows as you
I
can
ask
spend.
again.
Really.
Well, arrows are fairly simple to create and manufacture. We've got a significant amount. We need some of them, mind you, but I think the ones in the shop are the
that's true,
surplus.
actually. Yeah.
I mean, you can get
So I'll take-
20 of them for around 4 or 5 silver.
I'll take 100 normal arrows, please.
Okay.
How many?
40 gold.
4 gold.
Shit, I need
Of
to start
the-
making notes.
+1, +2,
Yep.
and +3 arrows. I'm writing it down. 100 arrows. And 4 silver. So 400 silver.
So 100
I'm
arrows.
tying up
How many
my-
of the +2?
How many? I want as many +1, +2, and +3 as you got, really. I'm going nuts.
So the,
I'm not running out again.
The efficient arrows. Well, I think we've got about 20 of the +2s left.
20 +2.
There's 3 of the +3s.
3 +3 arrows.
She
Yeah.
says +3s like they mean anything. There's 3 of the stronger, better built arrows. And then we're going to do a quick roll. With the right dice. And we have 2 of the middle range arrows, if you like. There's 2 of them left, but I'm informed we're supposed to be building some of them.
So 2 + 1 arrows. All right. Thank you. I'll take all of those, please. And breaking character for a second. My battery just said.
Do you want more basic ones at all?
I've got 100. Do you think that'll be enough?
I don't know. How often do you restock your arrows?
Depends how often I'm on the road. You're right. I'll have 200.
How often are you on the road?
A lot.
Also depends how often he loses his bag of holding. So
Yeah, I'll take 200 then.
Too soon, Under? Too soon?
Yes.
You take 200.
And every time
okay,
you bring it up,
200.
I repress more emotions, so you're just making me worse.
I thought that makes you healthier.
My battery's about to run out. Let me plug in the charger.
No. We almost lose Under to the ether. So, 200 basic arrows. That's that. +1, 10, so that'll be 20 gold pieces, +2, or 40 each, 800.
Crisis averted.
900 in total so far, and then 3 of the +3s, which is maths.
I work out as 2,100. No, 2,110, sorry. Because it was 800 for the normal arrows, 800 for the +2, 480 for the +3, and 30 for the +1.
Yeah, bear with.
But that was in my head, so feel free to double check that.
2070 I make it, if my math is correct.
That's better. We'll have that.
Triple check that. 200
Oh,
plus 800
I might not have done the +3 arrows right.
plus 20.
Yeah,
All right, his came out cheaper, so that's fine.
480.
Yeah, I'll take mine.
2,100. No, mine was wrong. 2,100. This is why we triple check things. So 2,100 for the arrows.
Bargain. Absolutely. Also,
God,
I noticed you've got some
10.
mithril chest plate or breastplate there. I wouldn't mind that because I'm the kind of guy people like to hit, so I wouldn't mind being better protected.
Well,
I wouldn't mind an armor class half as close to me with 2 colleagues.
There's some simpler ring mail, and then there's some slightly more intricate chain mail. Do you have a
Let me
preference?
see which one. The chainmail would still give me disadvantage on the stealth, wouldn't it? So I need the chain.
No, with mithril.
Okay.
That's the advantage of mithril.
That's the point, yeah. I was just... The table that when you click the item, it's telling me the applicable armor, not what the armor is. Yeah, okay. Yep, that'd be lovely. I could fit that under this aesthetic, so I could still have my look. I have the extra protection, that'd be lovely.
So the mithril chain, that'll be an extra 350. Okay.
2,406. That's a bargain. This is the least I've ever spent at Mephisto's.
12,000.
Well, it's not over yet.
So far.
Yeah.
So that's about 12,500 gold so far.
Can I throw now? You know, guys, are you happy if I actually throw a bit more into sale?
Of course.
Oh, we haven't even spent the stuff we've already traded in. Let's spend that up.
Well,
first,
we're still going to
guys.
have to buy.
Well,
Still going to have to buy potions and.
I was going to say
so.
that I think is what this lovely lady is doing is counting up how much, and we can do it against the 20,000 and then start paying.
Okay.
So I'm saying if I add that,
Absolutely.
cool, blimey, I'm not the one who usually does math here.
I know it's not in the catalogue, but do you just have a bog standard quiver I could use for my arrows?
Oh yes, sure. I'll get one of those. You can have that for free. We've been making them like nobody's business.
The best.
It's very generous.
So if I can pop these 6 pieces of obsidian down in the pile.
Okay. If we're doing jewel, I'll leave my jewels for now.
Okay, now I've got to go and find stuff.
It basically says here they're 10 gold each, so it's 60 for the lot.
Yes, it does indeed. I can do that. So
I'll give you that. I'll give you this. As great as it's made me look, I think that this great axe and great sword are completely ornaments at this point. Maybe they can be,
they just basic.
They're basic. They're 30 and 50, so...
yeah. So 70.
And, this was a very useful sword. For a time. But, I think it's time it went to someone else who needs it. He pulls out a scimitar +2.
Is that the one on fire?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, +2 scimitar, or you've got 2
No,
scimitars?
hang on a minute. The one that's on fire or the one that just glows? It glows. It's not on
it's
fire.
got an eternal fire on it.
There's one that's got continual flame on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure is that one.
Pull it out.
Which
George,
she
ship
sort
and
of,
break.
she has a look, she takes it out. Oh shit! It's on fire.
As in, it would catch things on fire.
It doesn't
It
burn.
doesn't burn.
I was just having a mild panic that we went through that entire period not having anything fire, and there's a sword just crackling away, and that would have pissed me right off.
God damn it.
No.
It's going anyway. No.
It doesn't produce any heat or.
Okay, so remembering,
What are the
therefore,
risks?
not remembering, realising as he brings it back out, he's like, oh yeah, hang on a minute. Oh yeah, Kira, you did something clever with this, didn't you?
Did,
I'll get Mephisto to deal with that and. Make
no
it
hard
a
feelings,
bit more
Kirik, about, passing this
manageable.
on, but I don't think it's very useful to me now. Is that a problem?
Absolutely.
Or the Neaid are trying to get something
Okay,
better?
so with all of that, that will come to. Let's call it an even 25,000 so far.
Goodness gracious, mate. Well, guys, I mean,
So
I
currently you've got 25,000 here in tradable items, and then we've about 12,500 in things you wish to purchase. So you can do the maths.
I know we definitely want some potions of healing. Great, guys.
Potions? Yes, we have. We have a few.
Lots.
Lots. Are the
I'd also
basic
like-
ones any use to you anymore?
But the what, sorry?
Are the basic ones any use to you anymore?
Yeah, I don't think we take them, do we?
We like the big stuff.
We
The
can
good stuff.
leave that for.
Leave that for the
war.
guards.
Okay, well I've got four Supremes here
That's 2,000.
in this box. And then I've got 10 Superiors.
Jesus.
So that's 1,800, and that's. As you say, 4 of them. So that's
Yeah, so that'll be
5.
2,100
I can't do that math.
and... No, 2,080. No, I was right, 2,160.
Yeah.
Cool.
Should we have all of them?
Sure.
2,160 going on then.
Again, I know they're not on the list, but have you still got them out in the shop? Have you got another bag of ball bearings kicking about?
Yes, I can throw them in for free as well. They don't.
Lovely.
they don't
And then
cost
how
a
many
lot,
oil
yeah.
flasks have you got? And have you got anything else that is useful to catch people on fire in combat?
We don't need to buy oil.
Wait,
No.
what?
You don't wish to have the oil?
Oh, maybe not.
I have some.
We have this. I'll take out the alchemist jug.
Are you telling me
one of these provides? Yes, but we were in the middle of other things, so I didn't have the time to look at it. But whilst I was away, I did. So
can we pour it out of there into bottles?
we could.
Sweet. Have you got any
Would you
bottles?
like some
I've had this
Yeah,
all
we'll have
the
some
whole time
bottles,
thinking I can't
definitely,
light
yeah.
it, and you've got bloody.
Bottles, okay. I'll get you. Do you know what? Let's just. Oh yes, look. There's some empty vials here for the potions. So there's 10 bottles for you.
Fantastic. Let's have them.
Great.
Are you taking them, Kirik, or shall I? When we collect all of this.
You keep them. Yes.
Go.
There's only one thing more that I'm personally looking for. Is
Yes.
do you happen to have a bowl encrusted with gems around the place? Or not?
If it helps,
For
I
a
could.
chalice.
A chalice would work. Around the
I
1,000 gold piece mark.
I think I be knowing what you're after here. There's one. I'm not sure if he. Oh well, he's not here anymore. I run the shop. Okay, I can give you that. And well, it's worth 1,000, but with the 60% discount, of course, that'll be 400.
Thank you very much. Well, that's all from me.
Have we spent
So
our
if I work
credits?
this out correctly, you've got about 4,000 gold left that you can spend.
Might I have a look at one of those fancy daggers that's on that list? The one he's written in
Fancy
blue
daggers?
ink. One of them.
One of these extra sharp ones,
Yeah.
of course. So we've got 2 of these. They're very good for throwing.
I take it as a simple melee.
takes out these 2.
I will be simple weapons, so I'm alright with them.
Yeah, she just takes out these 2 daggers, very, very beautifully created and beautifully crafted, finely balanced as all things should be.
Oh, not really what I've been used to, but I've been trying to think of if I can start being a bit more of a menace on the battlefield. You say you have 2 of
Take
them.
both of them? Yes,
Wow.
there's 2.
It's up to the rest of you guys. I'm happy to go with one. I don't
Absolutely.
Want
We
to
can get-
don't want to use up all of the spare money.
I couldn't even possibly think of having any other dagger but this one.
Do you mind?
I don't use it, so
Certainly wouldn't mind having 2 of them. Be able to use in a fight and get back afterwards. If that's okay.
For
go
sure.
for it.
Okay.
Ah, very, very nice. Thank you, guys.
Isn't that instrument of any use to you, Ender?
Do you know what? I just scanned over that. The only thing that worries me is I know I'm going to have to spend some time bonding with the weapon. And I already have quite a few items that I'm magically bonded with, unless I gave up this ring and gave it back to you, Kirik, or put it towards a trade.
It doesn't seem to have come to much use, so I think
No, I don't seem to be able to use it very well.
It seems like it's something useful for the war as well. We can even just
So if
give it away.
If I donate this ring, it can be used to counter powerful spells, which may be helpful in the war effort. The instrument of the bards that you mentioned there, what? I don't suppose it comes in a wind instrument, does it?
As he very rapidly goes back and looks all the shit he's
Or
put in.
even just a little, or is it like a little drum? Quite adept at hitting things.
Well, this one in particular is it's a lute of sorts. This one over here has certain spells in it. I don't know if you're any good with lutes.
I've heard talk. I think I could practice the lute, I think.
Yes?
Why not? Let's chuck something else that I've got to remember to use and get wrong.
Very well.
We've spent over the money now, though, haven't we?
Well, yeah, I'm sure we can. I'm sure we can pay.
Well, that's an extra. Let me just think. I think I can happily call that. Hang on.
Call it even, yeah.
I can't spell now.
I feel like Mephisto put this one on the catalogue because he knew he was reeling me in, didn't he? Luckily, I know a couple of power chords from back in the day. I think I could play on the lute.
Everybody loves a power chord.
I have met a Goliath bard on my travels before.
Oh, there's the crossover. There's the crossover.
There is a crossover. For anybody that needs that reference explaining, go check out the Christmas episode from last year.
Indeed.
Matt got to play as a character.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Okay. How hard is it to find a fucking ring of counterspell price?
Oh, that's because it's a homebrewed item, I'm pretty sure.
Would you like me to roll a deception check when I tell you we're all even now?
I'm pretty sure I had Mephisto make that bespoke, so...
You did.
Wow.
In which case, she's going to say, it's definitely one of his own. He might enjoy that himself. So I think for that, with that being, I can probably give you that for that, and then I think all that's left to pay then is 5,000 gold.
Ooh.
Well then,
I might be able to cover the bit that's left over. I do have quite a lot of jewels that I have acquired on my travels.
They're always good
If that
for
would help.
enchanting items and using.
Well, I thought it would also be good for if you wanted to purchase any more supplies for the war effort. 5,000 gold, you say? It just so happens I have
5,000.
Right. Now, anybody let me know if you need these. I know, Kirik, you have a penchant for jewellery. I do have 5,000 gold's worth of rubies.
Rubies?
Would you need rubies for anything, Kirik? For any spell?
Nope.
No. I'm
Just
happy
out
to donate.
Just out of interest, might I be able to get a valuation on this shield? And he puts the shield of the even rune on the table.
Bum, bum, bum.
Is that a legendary item or very rare?
Very rare.
And you'll just see,
Well,
and just strumming on the lute, having a little go. Just
Dargon, this is a
We all start flying.
extremely, extremely valuable item. Are you sure you want to be parting with it?
I'm very much in two minds. I'm not gonna lie.
Dargon, let me.
I know people
me
that
get rid
would
of the
pay well
rubies.
over 30 gold just for this item itself. 30,000, sorry.
Oh, blimey.
Keep it.
Should we keep hold of it, lads, for a time?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. Thank you for that. At least we'll know now.
So if you have the 5,000's worth of rubies, we'll call it even, without you spending a penny.
Deal.
Very
I'm more
well.
of a green. I prefer emeralds, to be honest, so you can have that.
That's okay. I'm quite fond of rubies myself. I find them useful. So,
Is that your hair?
We need to make
Glorious.
sure
the
this lot goes
chalice.
into
Let
the
me
right
just go get the
inventory.
chalice. And she disappears into a cupboard and just sort of opens it up and holds up this jewel-encrusted cup. Well, it's not the simple ones like some folk like, but I hope you find it useful.
I'm sure I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. This has been, well, good business.
DM, I have a belt on for the hand axes, but will it take the daggers? If not, well, will it take the daggers? Or do I?
What do you mean you've got a...
Well, I
As in
suppose
you've
what?
standard got a belt on?
Yeah. So I suppose what? I suppose thinking about the fact that that's where I've been able to like wedge the hand axes. Maybe I need to think about where these are going to go. So
there's enough loops in your belt, I think, considering you've had the hand axes and stuff, that you can probably very quickly fashion some loops for the daggers, or put them somewhere.
Yeah. Cool. That's fine. I just wanted to think about the logistics of that. So
Fantastic. So the laurel bearings, the chalice, the rod, your loot, all of those bits, the potions. I think that's everything, unless there's anything else you wish to trade or purchase for.
Don't think so.
I think that's everything, thank you.
Very well.
It's been a pleasure.
No, you're welcome. Thank you, boys. It's indeed been a pleasure.
who's taking what? I've taken 10 empty glass vials at the moment and 2 daggers. What about the potions and stuff? Who's taking them?
Oh yeah, we need to dish them out, don't we?
I was going to say, yeah, while they're fresh in our mind what we've just bought. I think it was 4 Supremes.
I think, yeah, each of us can take a
4
Supreme.
Supremes, 10 Superior.
That's
Give 1 to Bothrid as well.
threes. Yes,
Yeah.
that's 4.
Thank you.
One
Each of us
each
takes a
the 4
Supreme.
would- Yeah. And then if there's 10,
And
that's
then-
3 each, and then Bufford has 1.
Yeah. For the Superior, yeah?
Yes.
Superior.
Yeah. We get 3, he gets
Gonna
1.
get
Cool.
1 Superior and 1 Supreme.
Nice.
Bag of hit points that he is.
Yeah. Still actually got 2
I mean,
2
he'll
greater,
need to use them on us.
but we just haven't never used them because we've only ever been in the shit, and I'm like, right, Supreme. Oh, and a bag of ball bearings, I got one of them.
1 potion of Supreme,
I got rid of the great
3
axe.
Superior.
Remove that. It's great sword. Remove that. Scimitar +2. Remove that. Good.
Excellent. So, while you all spend a few minutes just sorting out your inventories, She sort of takes the pieces and puts them away, puts the magical items or the distinctly magical items. You can see they get left in Mephisto's office. She takes some of the more mundane items and sort of ushers you out of the room. And says, well, come on then, I haven't got all day. She ushers you back. And if you come in next time, don't be ringing that fucking bell. Just shout,
Sorry.
and I'll find you.
Sorry. Me and Mephisto like to have a bit of a back and forth. I didn't realise it was going to be you. Sorry for the bad first impression, but
Back and forth. That's fine. Well, I think I'm running things for him now while he's been promoted. So we'll see what he wishes to do. Come the end of things.
who knows? Maybe we'll see you again, and we'll become your most valued customers.
I think with this, you already are.
Can you stamp my loyalty card, please? I'll get a free coffee next time.
Fuck on out with you. Excellent. So you leave with your items. As having gone through this, it's probably been a good couple of hours sifting through this, finding stuff. The sun is very much on its way, sort of approaching mid to late morning now. And what are we doing now?
I mean, I've got my arrows that I could fire in a lifetime now. I'm ready to go. What do you guys need to do first?
Is there any more information gathering we need?
Don't think we're going to get anything.
Write that letter.
Just need to write a letter. And that's it.
Okay.
I can do that anywhere, because I can just set the candle and write.
Well, I mean, if you want to take some time to do that now, I wouldn't mind having a look at this loot if you want to take some time to write the letter and do what you got to do.
Sure.
I'll say this now and I'll say it again. We need to remember to take Faltag with us, but shall we go and ask how the hell we're meant to be getting to Dialin?
Which, that is a very good point. That's probably the most pivotal bit of information we need.
I ain't walking.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Okay. So you are heading...
yeah, I think we're heading to know how we're going to get to Dialin.
Okay, so you head over to Castle Maltstack and sort of head up the stairs, and before you even get to the door... Good morning, boys. I saw you coming.
Good morning.
So Annabelle greets
Morning.
the four of you.
Are they all in?
Oh yes, they've not left.
Lovely. Could we go see him, please?
Of course. I will announce you all if you wish to head to the throne or room, whatever. I'm not sure what they're calling it now, but yeah, head to the throne room. They'll meet you in there.
Thank you kindly.
She disappears around the corner, sort of walks around the corner, and as you then walk around the corner, there is no trace of Annabelle whatsoever. As you head then down the familiar corridor into the throne room, open up the big double doors, and take seats around the table. And a couple of minutes, sort of about 5-10 minutes, in which the four malt masters come sauntering in. And the Cooper sort of sits down, looking a little bit worse for wear, sort of. Well, boys, I trust you've had an eventful week. A useful week.
Useful for sure.
Very.
I mean, the fact that it was not very eventful on the life and death side of things was a nice surprise for us, to be honest.
Not for us here, no. That is very, very true.
I think
you wish to speak to us.
I think you mentioned a week ago that you could get us into Diluin. I think that's where we're planning on heading. If you have a ways of sneaking us in or even get us closer, that would be appreciated.
Yes, well, we can get you close.
Close is better than here.
True.
Can you?
Yes.
I know this may be over asking, but could you assure us where we would land? Would we land immediately?
Oh yes,
into danger?
absolutely. Distiller, perhaps you would like to take this one. And she's frantically flicking through a book and then opens it, and as she opens a page, you can see there's a distinct circle drawn there. Yes, we can. Well, I can take you back down to the Crystal Cave, and then from there, I can get you to the southern edge of the Platinum Peaks.
Cool.
From there, it should be less than a day's journey down to Diluin, but you will have to attempt to get in yourselves.
And you said it was under siege.
From what we can work out, yes. Diluin River's End is surrounded currently. Diluin, I'm understood, is not as besieged as yet, but there are forces approaching and making their way there. If you are quick, you may get there in enough time to sneak through the back door, so to speak.
Well, that's all the information we need. I don't think a moment can be wasted. Kirik, Ando?
I mean, did you still want to write a message to River's End before we leave?
Yes, but that won't take long at all.
I was about to say, by the time that Feltag gets here, you can write that message. So to be honest, I think, we move abruptly.
Assuming it's okay to take Feltag with us, I know he might be important to the effort here.
You wish to take Feltag as well?
If it's possible, only because he wants to get back to Captain Swift.
You'll have to ask him. I think I can get up to 8 people across there without expending too much effort. Yes, if Feltag is willing, I see no reason why not.
Well, let's ask him if he wants to come, bearing in mind that we're not going to be going straight to River's End.
It's true.
How large is Diluin as a city?
It's
Yes.
roughly the same size as Diluin or River's End. It's almost like a twin, one could say. They are mirrors of each other. They are sister cities. My kin rules in Diluin.
Oh, is that your father?
Interesting.
Not my father, no.
Brother.
Yes, my brother. Erendriel.
Ah.
Interesting.
Yes, he, one could say usurped that particular throne from the elves that were there.
Okay.
We won't delve into the family drama though now. I don't want to open up problems.
No, perhaps not.
Well, you say that, and I do agree with you, but is there anything we need to know going into it? Like, is there anyone we need to speak to or avoid when we are there, apart from the massive horde of people running up to the city?
Well, I would avoid anybody that's outside the walls. When you're in, if you can get an audience with Erendriel, then that presents you with a significant advantage.
And would your name and or the name of the Malt Masters serve us well here or not?
No, I don't think so. And Kirik, I would be wise to, or it may be wise to, keep your deity under wraps, shall we say.
We'll see.
I'm not one
Yeah,
for
don't go
suppressing
building any
things,
temples,
but he's
Kirik.
a bastard, that's for sure.
I'm sure that won't be a problem, will it, Kerry?
You can tell.
Well, I'm glad I asked now, because I probably would have gone in asking for preferential treatment. But yeah, let's just try and get in as travellers.
Well, we can use. We've got a good bond with his daughter. That should garner us favour, surely.
Yes, but Erendril's son, my nephew, Lucilian, was murdered not so long back by a thief. He is very, very sceptical of any newcomers to the city.
Okay.
Sure, Anders.
Be on your guard.
Sure, Anders Silver Tongue can get us through.
Oh, would you think thieves? You don't
Very
happen to know if it was a serpent's cloak, do you?
I have no idea. I think something Inoue was thrown around some time ago.
It was, you know. No, I'll talk about that later.
I was keeping very quiet. So,
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
shall we see if Feltag wants to join us?
Yes. Well, if you want to go, and I don't mind staying here and writing this letter.
Yeah,
we can...
well,
It will take me a few minutes to prepare the necessary circle, so,
whereabouts?
Perhaps-
Are we going here, or are you going somewhere else?
well, perhaps Cooper, if you would bring them down in, say, 20 minutes, half an hour, and then we can... That should be
Perfect.
enough time for me to prepare and send you on your way.
Very well. Shall I go and get Feltag? Does anyone, I can.
Oh,
this
we
cat
can have
scratching
him
my chair.
collected if you wish.
Yes, please.
Yeah, why not?
Very well. Annabelle. And almost... Annabelle just steps around the corner. Yes, Cooper. If you could have pulled Feltag from his position and bring him here, he is required. Very well. I will have somebody on it straight away. Thank you very much. And she disappears around the corner. And he's gone.
Is there a because we're on the sort of ground floor at the moment, are we?
Ground floor.
Yeah. Was there anywhere upstairs that had like a balcony or anything that was not like one of the people's private rooms or anything?
So you would know from having ventured around that there is no balcony as such. I don't think you actually went above the Cooper's office
No, that's fine. So I wouldn't know that.
or the
So
cooperage.
I will just, if I can,
Just giving that away.
I will just go. I will pop outside the front doors if I can and just stand out there for a bit. And I just light a cigar and be out in the fresh, looking around, using up those 20-30 minutes.
Okay. And you see Feltag is brought by a member of the guard. Sort of plods up the stairs. Targon, it was you who sent for me.
Oh, yeah. We were just, again, double checking if you wanted to come with us. We're heading to the sister city of Riversend, which is where we believe Captain Swift went to. We're not going directly to Riversend, so if you don't want to join us, we totally understand, but at least you'll be closer. It's up to
Will
you.
you take me to Captain Swift?
Can't guarantee that, I'm afraid.
Will we be heading closer to Captain Swift?
Very
after
much
you're
so.
finished?
Yes.
I think we could probably do that. Yeah.
I think I'll follow along.
Yeah, I mean, worst case, you end up back here with us, and you have to wait for him. But let's hope that because we're that much closer, you can get to him all the sooner.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, me too. If you want to head on in, I'm nearly finishing this, and then I'll see you in a minute.
Okay. I felt I'd just sort of makes his way in. Mirabelle. After about 5-10 minutes, carry on, Kirik.
I would just have to say I would be writing down the letter to River's End, simply asking the situation there, and if Captain Swift is currently present around.
Okay. So have you taken the candle out yet?
Yeah.
As you take the candle out, there is an orange flame burning on it.
Oh boy. How long's that been there? I'm gonna take a piece of paper and see what the message is. Yeah.
So as you hold a piece of parchment over the top, there is a... You turn it, and written in very fine cursive script. Kirik, you must help. We are besieged. Father will not help. Please. And it ends there.
In that case, I will write down what's the current situation. We are considering going to Dialin. And is Captain Swift with you? And how long do you think you can hold it before you are overtaken?
Okay. So you write the parchment, light the candle again, it burns with this blue flame, and as you place the parchment over it, just catches on fire and is gone. Probably
Cool.
About 5 minutes or so later, flame strikes up again. Orange this time.
I will burn a parchment there.
Cool. She placed the piece of parchment over the top. This time in much scruffier writing. Almost looks like it's just been scratched in. And for the sake of doing this. Well. Long time. We are stuck. Lena is busy controlling defenses. We can hold for now. But assistance is required. Please come, Kirik. Bring what you can. Captain Swift says hello. And it's just signed at the bottom, Gore.
Right. I would find Ander and Dargon in that case.
Ander's still in the room, as is Bothrid.
Ander heard that then.
Oh no, it wasn't spoken aloud. I just did it in the voice so you'd understand.
Ooh, gotcha. Well, I will...
poetic license.
Sure, I will then turn to Ander and say, I think we might need to change our plans.
Are they...
Mirabelle, at this point,
Yeah,
Dargon will have collected you and sort of just tapped on your shoulder. And this time, as she taps on your shoulder and you turn, she looks you deep in the eyes. Dargon, it is time for you to go. Into your brain.
Oh, yeah, right you are. Blimey, yes. That was pretty good. It caught me by surprise. After you, please.
And she leads you in. As Kirik, you are just about to explain what you have sort of red on this parchment to Ander. Your
Well
left,
then, lads,
the throne
are we
room.
going? When do we need to go? Do you know where we need to be?
Oh, we can go.
Lovely. Let's go.
But I've contacted Riversend,
Oh, good.
and
Captain Swift there.
she is there. However, the situation seems to be quite dramatic at the moment. Lena was busy controlling defenses. They say they can hold for now. They didn't give me a time what that might mean. They did ask us to come and bring what we can. They also mentioned, Lena in a previous message also mentioned that her father won't help, which sounds strange.
Oh,
Her
well,
father
for
won't
what?
help her.
No.
I mean, that doesn't track. They were.
Well,
Thick
we
as
know
thieves,
he's a
Don't
prickly
get me wrong,
fellow from what the
Narendril is a
distiller
giant
says.
prick most of the time.
Yeah, but they did say that Lena was on good terms with him last time we met.
Unless he is under duress or under someone else's control, or lesser, he blames her for her brother's death.
Okay. So, because this may not change anything, that the only place we can get to is the bottom of the peaks or wherever, can you get us any closer to River's End?
Well, if the distiller says she can get you to the southern edge of the Platinum Peaks, that's as close as we can get you. That's where she has placed one of her circles.
We can move to Riversend as opposed to the early one.
We will have to pass close to Deluin though, so we still might meet the marauding horde.
Well, boys, I
whatever it
don't
is.
mean to interfere. Your decisions are your own, but you said there was something you needed in Deluin, correct?
Yeah, absolutely right. Get us back on track. Yeah, we need something there, and we may also be able
Well,
to find
no,
out.
it is your decision. You are the ones going. We cannot make the decision for you.
Oh yeah, no.
I just question the validity of one choice of action over the other and the impact that one will have over the other.
Moreover, I think that if we do go there, we can find out why he doesn't wish to help River's End. Now, it could well be that he's unable to because he's about to be attacked. Quite understandable. However, if it was the fact that there's something amiss and that he has already been got, then maybe we need to address that before going to help River's End.
We cannot let another one of my cities fall.
Does that mean you want to go to River's End? then?
Your cities?
I chose the correct course of words here.
Very well. So, boys, your decision.
Well, regardless,
Free
we need to get through that.
Verduin for now and see what happens, or head to
That
Deluin.
actually
Sorry,
is
I'm
irrelevant.
influencing too much here. It is your decision.
We still need to get through the transportation. Now we can choose.
Very well. Okay, boys. Well, follow me. And he leads you over to one of the corners of the throne room, where he then looks back towards the blender, who nods, and she closes the huge great double doors. And her and Mephisto take up positions, just sort of stood against the doors. As the Cooper then whispers, "This is a closely guarded secret. Not many know of this path." And he is going to bang on one flagstone, two flagstone, three flagstones, and this chamber opens up with a hatch in the middle. Go down, follow the lanterns, that will take you to the Crystal Cave. She will be there.
Thank you. Thank you indeed.
As we're walking down and considering we are about to head out of a city, I'm going to just very quickly cast a 4th level aid on the three of us.
Am I going to get over 100?
Bothrid is going to take one last look behind him as he steps down into the hatch. It was good to be home for a time. Oh well, on to the next adventure.
I promise
We'll
you
be back.
we'll bring you home again soon, Bothrid.
Oh no, I have a garden to tend to.
You just got it in order as
The
well. I'm
Coopers.
sure it'll be lovely when we get back.
Who did? All the weeds done. The Cooper's then going to sort of leave you at the bottom of these stairs and just be safe as you can, boys. Remember, if you need us, you have methods of getting in touch. Just use the mark. I will see you when I see you.
Let's hope that we've got some information from either city.
And he then back up the stairs, and there's this. And as darkness falls, there's then this. As lanterns begin to light downstairs, sort of braziers on the wall begin to burn with this yellowish orange fire, and you follow the path. And I think that is where we will take a short break.
Hello.
Hello.
We are back. So, before we get back into our awesome episode so far, I just want to shout out we are still 5 followers away from the magic number of 50. And as I say, please don't miss out on a chance to create an NPC alongside myself. Get yourself a dice box, a t-shirt. It'd be silly to miss out, really. So, as I say, 5 more followers, and we'll make the announcement. We will pick a winner. So if you're not already following, please do follow along. And get a little bit of yourself inside Nialin to interact with these players. And with that, we get back to our story as you have just entered this underground cavern, now lit by lanterns, and you're following the trail that the Cooper has sent you on, and it sort of winds quite a bit. It's pretty direct, but with a little bit of a wind here and there. And it takes you to a single wooden ladder leading up to a hatch.
I do love a secret entrance.
Is it an entrance or an
Would you like me
exit?
to put my head out the top?
Yeah, you go first. If you fall, I'll catch
I
you.
mean, I'm the lightest of us all. If it could take, it's quite a rickety ladder. So I'll
Okay.
climb up and
So you scamper up the
put my head
ladder.
out the top.
As you scamper up the ladder, twist this sort of handle on the hatch and just push it open. And you crawl out into what looks like a smallish cave, unlit. But you do notice sort of ahead of you, around the bend, there is a bluish glow.
Looks like we're in the right place, boys. Come on up.
Sounds like it.
Lovely. Gary, after you.
Sure thing.
Cool. So you all climb up the ladder. And I'm assuming then you move towards the light.
Yes.
Neat.
Excellent. So as you move towards the light, you enter into this huge, great cavern with these absolutely massive stalagmite and stalactite crystals of blue and a few that are red, but the majority of them are a very vibrant blue colour. And they must glow. As you sort of pass through these monolith type structures, you find within the glow there is what looks like a raised platform, sort of in the shadows and the glow itself that you can see, and a lone figure knelt in the middle of this platform.
Is it recognisable as the distiller, yeah?
As you get closer, yep, it is very much recognisable as the distiller in her new attire, sort of lightly armoured vestige that she's wearing.
Is Feltag with us?
Keltag is with you.
Was it going to be that he's a robot that can't do stairs? Is that what you were thinking?
Just no, just wanted to make sure he's with us. That's all I wanted to double check.
We never leave a man behind,
He is
didn't
there.
Anymore.
It's my New Year's resolution. That's not a man.
That's discrimination.
It's
I'd imagine it's like a Ken doll down there.
Is it the distiller down here? I keep getting them mixed up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are they waiting for us, or still sort of in a sort of stance of creating a circle or something?
She is knelt down, and you can see there is a book open in front of her. She's drawn this circle-like pattern on the floor with runes inside it. And as you approach, she looks up. Well, I didn't think you were ever coming along. You get sidetracked, did we?
I was distracted.
Yeah, a little bit more information from River's End, so, yeah. Are you ready to send us?
River's End, is Lena okay?
Seems like they're fine for now. For now.
It was. I mean, I think Dagon might have been playing it. It was a bit of an SOS, to be honest. They've asked us to come up.
She needs assistance.
Believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You boys go and do what you need to do. We will see what assistance we can send to River's End.
That would be very wise.
Oh, that's good.
I
More the
will
merrier.
leave my niece stranded.
Yeah, sounds like they're not going to get help from
Okay.
anywhere else.
And I'd give Dagon like an elbow as if to say, don't stir the family feud pot. But obviously I'll just hit you in the kneecap or thigh or whatever.
Let us know when you're ready.
So, I'm ready to go. I just need you all to stand inside the circle. Now it's been drawn. And you see this is big enough, absolutely massive. It is a big enough circle that she's drawn to easily account for 8 medium-sized humanoids.
Can I just check? I won't have any lasting effects after I use this. Will I? Last time I teleported, it didn't go too well for me.
I think that was probably because you did it, and not somebody who is practiced at it. And you notice on the book there is a small chunk of what looks like silvery black rock. Are we ready?
Yes.
That's where that would be.
My phone almost falls out of my pocket and smacks onto the floor. So she sort of gathers you all in close and then begins to place her hands on the book and on the rock itself and closes her eyes and then just begins to chant, and her hands then start to form very strange shapes, think Doctor Strange, as she then just and the floor itself turns to black and these tiny pinpricks of light that looks like stars, almost like a night sky is now inside this circle as this bluish whitish glow creeps up around the edge of the circle, encompassing you all, blinding you to whatever is outside the circle, and then there is a and everything goes white for a second. And then there is another flash. And that white glow subsides down as you find yourselves in a cave, but not the same cave you were in. You notice as you look outside the cave you can see down, and as you look down you can see sort of this wide plain before you, a river in the far distance, what looks like a coastline, and you realise you're probably halfway up a mountain. This is where I leave you, boys.
Well, thank you for getting us this far. It saved us a lot
Thank you very much.
of ache.
No, you are welcome.
do look after yourself and see what you can send to River's End.
I will do. Be careful in these mountains, boys. We are not far from the Black City.
Bandits?
Far more worse than bandits. All manner of insidious things.
How
This
delightful.
cave is well hidden, though. You can stay here for some time if you need, and prepare.
Thank you.
You know, she then starts to etch out another circle. And sort of places the stone in this bag that she's got, and then takes out what looks like a feather, but it looks like a feather that would have been used in a pillow somewhere, or something like that. And she also takes out a chunk of bluish gemstone, places that down. Spends about 10 or 15 or so minutes sketching out this circle. And then again, she ushers you all out of the way and back. She begins to chant with her hands, and then you just see this flash of blue, and she's gone.
Well,
Shall we head straight for the cities?
I think so. Let's keep moving.
Yeah,
River's
keep
End or
moving,
Disturbance?
keep moving.
Well, it seems that they are roughly in the same direction, so we can head for Disturbance first, and depending on the situation, we can try and see what... No, let's go to Disturbance, because the distiller just said that they're going to send something to River's End,
Yeah, I agree.
so we have to trust them.
Yeah. Let's do that.
We can't let Captain Swift down again, surely. She asked us to help. I don't want them to think we abandoned her.
We have
We're
already
not.
done something. We've told someone who can start helping now, and we can go afterwards. I may have said to Feltag that if we get the opportunity after Diluin that we will go to River's End. So hopefully we can do that.
I would like to see Captain Swift again.
As I would.
You will.
Hey, I tell you what, guys. They may well be under siege. Maybe they have had chance to create that replacement ship. Or at the very least, let's go and help them, and then they might be able to create that ship. So anyway, I'm not getting distracted. I'm saying we do that afterwards. Let's see what happens.
Indeed.
Very well. I say we see what we can see at the mouth of this cave, keep an eye out, and go from there. And with that in mind, Dargon will then materialise Azazel on his shoulder. Azazel, you happy flying around a bit and seeing if you can see stuff? I will send Azazel up.
There's a telepathic message in your head. You get a feeling of
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Out. So I'll walk down to the mouth of the cave and see what I see. But to be honest, just send Azazel straight up and fly around, try and get our bearings.
okay. So as you walk to the edge of the cave, you specifically,
Yes.
make me a perception check, please.
Cool. Natural one.
For one. Not even bothered by anything. Just enjoying being on this cliff face here. And then you send Azazel skyward. As Azazel then swoops around and sort of stretches her wings. Was a she, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, stretches her wings and sort of swoops over. And those owl eyes sort of flit around. Your eyes themselves become distinctly owl-like. You begin to see through her eyes. Make me a perception check for Azazel, please.
So I'll do a little better than that. That's better. 24.
Cool. So as Azazel flies, and you can see the the shining strip of a river, which you can safely assume is River Essamir, knowing where you are. You can see the lock off towards your left, or Azal's left. The huge great expanse of the forest way out in the distance. She arcs back around, and as she arcs back around, leaving sort of the river behind her, you can see what looks like some sort of structure over the river, and then she comes round further. Can't quite see Ifirduin itself. You see what looks like walls, but it's a bit hazy. And as she comes back around and sort of swoops, and it teleports to some distant land. That was amazing.
It's become invisible.
He has become invisible. He's used stealth to the max. You see this glittering city to the south, or Azazel sees this glittering city to the south. These huge great walls. And she loops further and further around. You can just about see where this makeshift road extends out and heads toward what looks like some rocky mesas and maybe a desert, and there is a shadow which moves across the land on this sort of wide road or path that's made. And she loops back round to where you are and into the cave and sort of lands on your shoulder.
I give it a scratch on the head. Thank you. That was good to be flying. Well then.
What did you see?
Well, I think I could see River's End, and I think I could see the other city. There's definitely something heading towards a big army heading towards the city. I think we've got to try and get there as quickly as we can.
Yes, I think so too. Let's try and beat them to it. Otherwise it'll be infinitely more complicated to get in, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, well, let's book it. No time to lose.
Let's do that.
Are we to go now?
Yes, Phil.
Yes.
Excellent. Which way is Captain Swift?
Captain Swift is in River's End, but we're going somewhere else first.
Yes, you did say. So, to this Dialin, then.
That's the one.
Correct.
So I'm informed, viewers, that our resident rogue bard is still here, just struggling somewhat.
With his video.
I was going to say, can we hear you, Danny?
With his video, yeah.
We cannot.
No, we can't.
No, apparently not.
So, Ander has gone and stealthed in the cave somewhere.
Indeed.
Just casually chilling out.
Heeding the warning from the distiller, I am actually going to, for the... No, though, that seems like it would be broken. No, it is self. Great, okay. I am going to, for the duration of our walk, really, or in the space of every hour, because apparently I can do that at will with this new item, which is silly.
Good luck.
I am just going to be casting see invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Just in case.
That's insane. That's ridiculous.
I can only cast it on myself. I can't cast it on
Yeah,
everyone, on other people. Plus, it is a.
So you cast...
It was a costly item, so.
That is a very good point, yeah.
So you exit out of the cave now, and you can see there is a small, very rocky path which leads down to a plateau, and from there you think you can traverse the plateau and try and find your way back down. It is not the easiest terrain to cross. So we are going to count this as difficult terrain, as the Platinum Peaks themselves are very spiky, very loose shale type rock that slips underfoot. And you notice even as you begin to move around, sort of the odd slip causes miniature sort of landslides, really tiny rock slides, shall we say. And it probably takes you a good hour and a half to get down to where this plateau is. I'm just going to do another check on Mr. Hodge, just to see where he is. Still trying to fix it, apparently. Which is fine. Cool. So as you all make it down to the plateau, the Platinum Peaks plateau, love a bit of alliteration, I need everybody to make me perception checks, please. Or survival checks, I think might be included, but perception or survival.
Take my advantage on that, please. It's cocked, yeah. 17.
That helps if I wasn't muted. That is going to be that's a dirty 20.
Nice.
20. So the both of you managed to sort of look around where you are. You notice that whatever rocks and boulders around here seem to have been almost piled up. They are scattered, but they look unnaturally piled up.
Are they?
That's...
Sorry, big boulders?
Oh yeah, they're big, like massive things.
They're not set out in like a cairn for a massive giant or anything. They are actually like stacked.
It doesn't look like a cairn, it just looks like they've been moved.
Fine.
And put into rough piles.
That's weird.
Well, still did mention that things lurk in these mountains, so I say we just keep walking and try to avoid as much as we can.
With Dargon's history, does he recognise them being placed as ways that he might see as defensive ways of working in the mountains with valleys? Like, would he have known that is something that you could like knock them off and they'd roll down and take out an army or something?
Make me a history check, please.
7.
7.
I'm gonna put that dice away.
From the
It's not doing very well.
patterns, whatever, even if there is a pattern here, Dargon doesn't really get any feel for what these might be.
Yeah. Well, very weird. Definitely keeps walking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Same.
So we're going to traverse this plateau, and it is massive. Like, huge, great plateau just sticks out, and you're sort of heading across the direction to basically then dip down from there towards Doyuin and go from there. As you begin to sort of cross this plateau, there is a minor rock slide that seems to come up from the slope to your right.
Immediately look over. See if there's anything we spot.
Okay, make me an investigation check, please.
Investigation. 16.
Okay, with a 16, you think you see something strange and grey. Behind a rock somewhere.
I will shout out. We mean no harm. We're simply on our way somewhere else. We'll keep moving now.
Did you see something, Derek?
Yes, I saw something grey flicker behind those rocks, but I'm not sure what it might be.
Where's Hazel? Can you go and have a look? Over there.
Okay. As Azazel sort of swoops off, I need Azazel to make me a perception check, please, with disadvantage.
So that is 7.
7. Azazel sort of swoops over where this rock slide is and sort of aims up a little bit. Can't see anything.
I can't see anything there, Kerry. Let's just keep going.
Yeah. Keep an eye out, though.
Yeah. Alright. We keep moving.
Okay. As you continue on. Again, there's more of these little slides. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, Kirik, every time one of these happens, you look and there's just this flash of grey, but you see nothing else. Here he is. Got there in the end, mate.
A shit.
What did you press?
Do you know what? I think because my battery was about to die and then I plugged it in, I think it got stuck in like low power mode, so everything just stopped working.
Oh, mate.
But you're here now.
You are indeed. So I don't know how much you caught.
Kirik did a perception check. That's it.
Okay. So yeah, the as you're traversing this huge, great rocky plateau, you've basically come down a slope from the cave, and all on this plateau there's strange piles of boulders. Basically, they don't look like they're anything. They just have definitely been moved. And you're currently traversing the plateau.
Okay.
We're still just going to be walking straight on as far as we can, just in the place, well, in the direction we believe we need to go.
Okay. You sort of walk on this plateau and it rounds a corner slightly. As it rounds a corner, or as you round the corner, are you being quiet, loud? How are you going?
I don't think that Dargon's made any attempts to be quiet per se, so I'd just say normal.
Same.
Certainly haven't thought about that. And especially is the fact that we think that someone may have spotted us. Not really going to try and hide.
Okay. So as you sort of continue on forward, the slope becomes very much malformed, and you continue walking. Kirik, you notice in a very quick instant that this rocky mound then just moves.
Oh.
And there is then this sort of... and this huge giant-like creature stands.
Oh, I'll go back just in time.
I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
I'm glad I bumped up my armour class before we left.
So,
Glad I got that.
Link.
that initiative advantage there.
Let's throw this over here.
So I got 24 on my initiative.
24. Just ridiculous, isn't it?
Oh, nice.
Sorry, I haven't been very chatty, lads. I was caught in thought on the way down to the mountains. I might have looked incognito.
Well, we just thought you were invisible, although I would have seen you. Yeah. Never mind what I just said.
I thought you looked invisible as a sentence.
Good stuff. Dargon, your initiative count.
19.
19. Kirik?
15.
15. So, where's my counting on?
Oh boy, here we go.
15 Kirik. And Buffy gets 23.
Holy moly, we did well today.
Indeed.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
should we populate on that?
Rolled a 15, still last.
Yeah. Roll with advantage. Still fast. It's alright.
Tokens on.
It's alright, I never know what to do when I go fast, so I've got to go last and see what the situation is at the
Clerics
moment.
should always go last.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I'm 101 hit points. I might go charging in gung ho, you know.
And probably lose 51 in one hit.
Yeah. Ba-dum-bum.
I've had
This
to put
is the perfect time for you to do your Calder impression, by the way.
What?
For Samal to do his Korg impression.
Quark impression.
Quick impression.
Okay.
I'm not saying his
This
name
was a
right. The dude
random
from Thor, yeah?
Is it Korg? I think it's Korg.
Yeah, it's Korg.
I'm Korg, I'm made of rocks.
There we go.
Korg, mid-rocks.
Although your
Piss off,
comedic
Ghost.
timing was terrible.
Sounds like you're very attached to this hammer, and that's just a representation of something you lost.
Oh no.
Fantastic then. So, the map is up, the map is populated. Are we ready?
It's like a freaky circle. Sorry, carry on.
That's a big motherfucker.
We might want a larger version of that. Mr. Wizard, there we go. So as this huge, great, giant-like creature just stands up, and as it stands, it's just got, like, huge, great hands. There's no weapons on it.
Oh, good.
Seems to be giving off this strange sort of wispy aura, though.
Oh.
And with that, first up, Mr. Splinterthorn, what are you doing?
Oh, good.
Panicking.
Sounds about right.
No. Being at the back of the group, I will take this opportunity to just almost in steady aim fashion, I will use steady aim, but I'll like kneel down and almost fire like a mortar arrow up and over everyone to then land on this motherfucker, please. But I'll just use one of my normal arrows to start off with.
So you take out, pull back, aim it up, just roll to hit, please.
Oh, come on, advantage. Hopefully, imagine if I got 20 first off. Oh, God. 2 5s. 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. So that is...
He's a big boy.
Oh, my God, one of them. 8 piercing damage. A
8 piercing damage.
sneak attack damage of 18. And the
Nice.
all-important D4 of 4. Yes, maximum. Okay.
There you go.
4.
Always important. Excellent. This arrow goes and strikes in. You can see what looks like just It's almost like this creature's built of rock, but it just manages to pierce into one of the shoulders slightly. Cracks. Anything else on your turn, sir?
No, I've used my bonus action, and because I use steady aim, I cannot move.
Excellent. In which case we go over to Bothrid, who is going to do what Bothrid does. And Bothrid is going to use his bonus action to rage.
Roger.
Bothrid just pull the double-bladed quarterstaff down. And he is then going to run like a motherfucker.
Leroy Jenkins!
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's going to get there. 45.
Yeah.
So he's going to run up. What you notice as he rages, it's almost like this spiritual form of a bear just appears behind him and he just runs up. Let's add a bit of flavour to Bothrid's rage, why not? So he's going to run up and then he's going to use his action to hit, and he's going to do it recklessly, of course. So double-bladed quarterstaff with advantage. I rolled a natural 1 and a 3 for a 13, so that is going to miss. He's going to do that again with his second attack. A 15 and a 10, so that's 25 to hit, which means that one will hit. That will then be all of 9 points of slashing damage to this giant-like creature.
Good start.
As Bothrid just runs up,
Nice.
swings and misses with the first one, and then just sort of slices against one of the huge, great legs. Fantastic. Cool. Dargon.
Yeah. That's an interesting thing, isn't it?
This is where we hope Dave's managed to sort his...
I had chosen last week. I wanted to make a change and actually have left it as it is. But yeah, there we go. I was also fucking about with overlays then. So I'm going to run. What are we going to do? 5, 10, 15... 15, that's 5, 10, 15, 20. So 15, 20. And then if we also have a look, because I need to find out, where's my ruler? That one there. Oh, bloody hell, he's moved 20 feet. I'll move his full 30, so there and there. Pulling out his blink hand axe.
Okay.
And will throw the blink hand axe. So, oh my good Lord Almighty, what is wrong with me tonight? It's a natural 1.
You pull it out and almost sort of fuck. And you throw it, and I think it gets caught in your belt, and you just and it just sort of ting 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 skitters on the floor. This giant just sort of looks down.
How would I then bring out the daggers?
That would, if so, to interact, because you pulled out the blink hand axe there as your free sort of interact with an object. To now pull out a dagger, it cost you a bonus action.
Oh, can't use my bonus action now. Yeah, because I've got to do something. I've tried to attack, so I will grab. Oh man, that is utterly useless. Yeah. Oh, this did not go well. Okay, I'll bonus action pull out a dagger.
Okay, bonus action pull out a dagger.
That's better.
And that's you done?
24 to hit.
Okay, so you're using your second attack to then throw. 24 with a dagger will hit.
Cool. So then That's 10 points of... What was that? I didn't mean to roll that because I wasn't actually trying to click on that. It's piercing. That's what it is. Piercing damage.
10 points piercing damage. Excellent. So you just sort of pull out the blink hand axe, it catches you, drop it, and then pull out a dagger and very quickly throw it. And it just... and you just hear the clink as it does connect against this giant, but it certainly doesn't do a lot of damage to it. And anything else in your turn? Movement, action, bonus action. I think that's you done, isn't it?
That's me. That was awful.
Excellent. Kirik.
I shall move 25 feet. There, I think. Yes. Perfect. I am going to move there just to stay within reach of everyone. And I will... I'm going to cast a spiritual weapon at 2nd level. Because why not? So I'll throw my raven feather just behind it, the giant. And I shall attack with it. With a natural 1.
Natural one, your spiritual weapon appears and then just
doing great,
whiffs
guys.
off to the side.
This is a great round.
Absolutely superb.
Oh, that's a nice token, though. And then I will attempt, if it works, Toll the Dead on it as my action. Because fuck all I can do. A wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw.
Is there any other kind that we do? I don't think there is there?
It's an 18.
Motherfucker, this succeeds. This is a terrible round. What's happening?
Amazing dice roll.
1 week off combat, and we're just like, nah, it's awful.
Like 3 old men walking into a fight like, oh, I guess you could wait a minute, will you, as you... Oh, I wasn't expecting this. Oh, in my heyday, they weren't as big as this. Oh, my goodness me.
Watch the guy score a natural 20 now.
Anything else in your turn then, Kirik?
No. Bury myself in shame, I guess.
This huge, great giant is then, you just see it go... It blows out this greenish gas in a 10-foot wide line, 60 feet, which I think, if it blows it in the right direction, it's going to get Bothrid, Kirik, and Ander. I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws, please. To everyone except Dargon.
Constitution?
Yep.
I'm going to use a lucky point.
Bothrid gets a 19.
It's going so well.
Never mind, I rolled
What
the
was
same
that?
thing twice.
Oh, good
6.
God almighty.
Okay. So, Ander, what did you get, Kirik? Sorry?
In solidarity with Ander, I rolled a 6.
A 6. So the both of you are going to take 31 points of necrotic damage, and you are going to be knocked prone. Bothrid is just saves and is going to take half of that, so that will be 16 halved again to 8, and he is not knocked prone.
Are we going to have a fight again where we're prone at every round and can't fucking move anywhere?
I feel like as a grave cleric, I should have resistance to necrotic. I don't know. It's weird.
I kind of feel you should as well, but it's not in the mechanics, is it?
It is not. It is not. I think death clerics might do.
Yeah. Excellent. So,
You deal
that
enough
is
necrotic that
it.
basically it's alright.
Go. Ander.
Well, after being knocked on my ass and like half of my skin falling off, I will get myself back up to my feet and go Call that a hit. You're nothing more than a paperweight as I cast Vicious Mockery on him.
Love it.
Give it a big one. That's a Wisdom 18 saving throw. Please.
Nice.
18 saving throw.
While you're doing that, what are you guys on now?
I'm on 17.
107.
Unnatural 20.
Fucking. This one dude is gonna just like kill us all. This random giant in the mountain. It's the anti-Wardens.
This is so stupid.
And then I'm pissed off now, so I will, as a bonus action, I will use Unsettling Words. So he has to subtract a d8 from the next saving throw. I should have done that before I let him do the save, but obviously Kirik can use it now. And the Unsettling Words were erosion, because rocks don't like that, do they? Geography Joker there for the stream. You're welcome.
Indeed. So it's Bothrid's
Erosion.
go, and Bothrid needs to make another Constitution saving throw.
Can you please remind me, guys, that I need to do it before I fucking cast the spell?
26.
I always forget to do Unsettling Words beforehand.
So you can see this sort of wispy aura wash over Bothrid, and Bothrid just stands firm and sort of raises his head and just growls at the giants as he succeeds on whatever effect that may have had, and is fine. Bothrid is then going to attack recklessly, twice. Oh, fuck me, that's another natural 1, but a 17 on the other one, so that's going to hit. So one of them.
I'm going to change dice.
It's going to be 11 points of damage with the first one, and then the second attack, recklessly. Natural 20.
Hey!
It's in there,
Sentinel.
Just hear it and say it.
Sorry, reflex. Reflex.
15,
I'm glad he doesn't take it as gospel when we say it as a
11.
joke.
27 points of damage with Bothrid's
Nice.
2 strikes. And let's have a look at Bothrid's bonus actions. Yeah,
If I choose my dice of heroism on D&D Beyond, do you think that'll help?
Definitely,
well, let's see.
I've
So he's going to do the
already rolled natural ones on
Stab.
2 D20s so far, so I'm not doing very well today.
So Bothrid's little reckless bonus stab gets 1 point of damage to the creature, and a
Nice.
1.
I'm gonna have to pull out some
That's
of the
more than I
D20s.
did Bothrid, so don't feel ashamed.
Excellent. Dargon, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please, as this wispy aura just washes over you.
Ooh,
She was
that
within
far
10
away.
feet of the creature,
Bloody
I believe.
He's cocked. I would have taken it, but that's better.
You're 15, ignore me.
Feet, yeah.
15 feet away?
Nice.
Ignore me. You're
Oh, okay.
fine.
Oh, it's going to be really good as well.
Sorry.
Would have been 25.
Roll down attacks, please.
I was about to say, new D20 right here.
Right then, Dargon, what are you doing?
Pissed. Getting out Timiel's Wrath, presumably with a bonus action now.
No, we'll say it's free to interact with an object, that first one.
Lovely, thank you very much. So then I'll
Have
do...
your hands free.
Yeah. 5, 10 feet. And I will then swipe at the giant. So,
Okay.
as you've just said that it hasn't used my bonus action, that did, so I will use a fainting attack like I'm gonna like trip or something, and then I come back and I swipe up to give myself advantage.
Nice.
So that is going to take one of them off, and that will mean that with a 28 to hit,
Yeah, about it.
two-handed attack as always is going to be ow. Oh my good lord. Yeah, I rolled another 1-on-1 dice. That's ridiculous. With the added superiority dice, that was an awful 14 points of slashing damage.
14 points of slashing damage.
So yeah. Right, so then second attack. So second attack with Timiel's Wrath is an awful, but I suppose hopefully still hits 18.
18 will hit.
Lovely. So then that is 11 points of slashing damage.
11 points of slashing damage.
And the rest of the party seem to see that he is cutting and moving quite a bit faster. So then when he hits with his third attack...
Wee.
for another 18. And that's a lot better. 18 points of slashing damage.
18 points of slashing damage. Nice. And with that, you start to see this thick, oozing black liquid just sort of seep out of the wound you've caused. It is now bloodied.
Nice.
Finish it, Kirik.
Certainly try.
And with that, over to Kirik. Dargon sort of runs up and... Kirik, you're up.
Oof. I will use 15 feet of movement to get up, and then I'll move 5, 10, 15, a little bit away. Hopefully, Anda's going to be fine. And then I'm going to try and do the same I was doing. Hit with the spiritual weapon first. Oh, that's loads better. 28 to hit.
That's going to hit.
For 13 points of force damage.
13 points of force damage.
And then as it's kind of like hitting the giant, kind of timed with the impact, I will cast Toll the Dead as well. So hopefully,
Okay.
do some damage. So it's a Wisdom saving throw, please.
25.
Wow. Can you roll a d8 with that, please?
Yes.
Yes.
That's happening words.
Hopefully
I mean,
it's an
needs
eight.
to roll.
A natural 20 then.
Still saves it. Okay, he's pretty wise.
He is pretty wise.
That's going to be my turn then.
Okay. As then this huge great giant, seeing these two creatures now next to it, he's just going to lift up these two giant fists and down on Bothrid and then down towards Dargon to hit Bothrid. That's going to be a 13. It's going to miss. Gets advantage on that one, sorry, so we will roll that one again because Bothrid attacked recklessly. 21, that one will hit, and then to hit, so we'll do that one first. So that's going to be 20 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 10, with an additional 3 of them. 10 points of necrotic damage, reduced to 5. And then it's going to be a slam towards you, Dargon.
Yep.
It's going to be a 15.
Misses.
Yes.
Does miss.
I will use my reaction to riposte. And as he misses
Okay,
and he comes
riposte.
down with his, I would, swipe across his wrists with the sword. Hopefully hitting.
Excellent.
So let's find out. 24. To hit.
24 will hit.
So that is 13 points of slashing damage.
13 points of slashing damage. These two fists strikes into Bothrid and then in between you and Bothrid somehow. This huge, great arm just a new step to the side and chop into it. And we then move over to Ander.
At the end of the giant's turn, I will use my reaction, and you see one of the kind of runes in Kirik's, this would be the armor one, just starts to shine, and two kind of raven wings just sprout from his back, and kind of like just make a movement of opening it and then disappear. And I need the giant to roll me a wisdom saving throw again.
It's a magical effect. I suppose it is, isn't it?
I don't know. It's a feature, so I don't know.
I mean, it says 17, so.
Just saves.
Just
So nothing happens. I trade.
let me just have a quick look at that. It's a feature. Yeah, that's it's a magical effect. I'm going to say that is because of what it does.
Roger that. So yeah, nothing happens.
That's fine. And
Nothing seems to be working. So I'll try another arrow. Trusted and true. I'll use steady aim as a bonus action to get advantage. And I will try and hit it
go after those nat 20s.
with a 27 to hit
27 will hit.
with
Won't far off.
12 piercing damage, sneak
piercing
attack
damage?
damage of, oh shit, 2 2s and a 1, 6, and the d4 of another 1.
We are
with
doing
the
well.
half arrow.
And it flies true directly towards the giant, sort of lands next to the other arrow that you fired as your mortar arrow, and more just thick oozing black liquid seeps out of this creature. And we're then over to Bothrid, who does not need to make a Constitution saving throw again. Bothrid, sorry, did you want to use any bonus actions there? No, you've used your bonus actions.
I
Steady aim,
used,
didn't you?
yeah.
Cool. So Bothrid will reckless attack once. That's going to hit twice. 3 times the barbarian. 23. So that's going to be 10 plus 11, 21 points of damage initially to this creature. And then we're going to get the bonus stab, which will hit. And that's then going to be another 1 point of damage.
Beautiful.
Every little helps.
That just a little jab in. So then we are over to Dargon. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Nice.
Or washes over you.
22.
22. Whatever this aura is, you stand firm and are now immune to it for 24 hours.
Sweet.
And what would you like to do?
Fuck him up.
Fuck him up, fuck him up. So... yeah. I will attack... that's interesting. Let me just read this one. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's fine. So, yeah, so 3 swings at him. First one.
Okay.
18. See, keep rolling that 5.
Will hit.
Good lord. Right, and that is then 18 points of slashing damage.
18 points of slashing damage.
Another one. Yay, that's better. 29 to hit.
29 will hit.
10 points of slashing damage.
10 points of slashing damage.
And then as I'm doing that, I will then use my last one to be like, hey, biggin. Eyes on me, sunshine. And I will use Distracting Strike, which is a free attack, if that makes sense. It just adds on to an attack.
It's one of your features, yeah.
It's one of the features. Sorry, I rolled the wrong dice there. That is a 21.
I had that one before. 21 will hit.
I rolled a d10, but I'll use it. So another 10 points of slashing damage.
10 points of slashing damage as the giant begins to waver. Really not looking good at this point.
Because of that, he is now, he now wants to look at me, giving anyone else other than me, but obviously the next attack roll, advantage.
Okay.
Other than me.
Nice.
Good stuff. Anything else on your turn?
I have not taken any damage. No, I'm all good.
Excellent. Kirik.
Seeing that the giants definitely started to look towards Dargon quite a bit, I am going to attack it with my spiritual weapon at advantage, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a 19.
Will hit.
Okay, 29 to hit.
29's going to hit.
Yeah, that is 6 points of force damage.
6 points of force damage. Your spiritual weapon punches in to the back of this creature. Still standing, just.
And seeing that that's not working... It's its turn next, isn't it? It's gonna come up. Yeah, I'm going to... He's a pretty big guy, so I'm gonna, instead of going for Toll the Dead, I'm going to instead flick my hand in the air and cast Sacred Flame on it. So it is a dexterity saving throw. As opposed to wisdom.
17.
Oh.
Fucking... Oh, it fails because my save is 18 at the moment.
I was going to say your fail's gone up. Your save's gone up, sorry.
Went up. Crikey. Okay. It failed, so it's gotta take some
It's gonna take some damage.
Oh, yeah.
That is 20 points of radiant.
20 points of radiant damage. As this flame just... Kirik, how would you like to do this?
Yes!
Yay, nice. So it's as the dagger kind of goes through, kind of flies up, and then kind of goes through the top of the skull, and as it goes down, it's just flame just taking over, burning it from the top down.
And as you see this flame sort of bleed through this creature, just all these cracks begin to form, and then there's just this as the giant's body itself disintegrates into huge, large boulders, which land in a random pile.
Nice.
And we are out of combat.
Well,
That was strange.
yeah.
Have you ever seen this type of giant before, Dargon?
Have I?
We
Make
asked you.
me a nature check with advantage, please.
Sweet. While I try and sort out the music. Yeah, it's alright. And that one there. Right.
You probably used to play poker with them of an evening back in the day.
Holy crap. Finally.
Nat
And
20?
where the fuck was that? Nat 20.
Nice.
20. So, Dargon, with your knowledge of giant kin and having spent a long time in the mountains, you know of legends where in corrupted lands and lands of great evil, giants are twisted and corrupted by necrotic forces, and they become these strange creatures that spread death wherever they walk. You would have known that these giants are nicknamed Doomwake giants for the doom that they spread as they walk.
Aye. Yeah, lads. These are Doomwake giants, I'm afraid. There was some about 3 days away from our mountain pass in a particularly horrible section of the mountains. We didn't really go near them. They were more stuff you stayed away from. But yeah, if I remember correctly, what we were told was they were like giants who were transformed by magic, turned into these horrible creatures, as we saw in front of us. So yeah, unfortunately I've seen it before.
So we're in the Rocky Mountains and we have to be afraid of the rocks.
Yeah, I mean, you know, those rocky boulders we were going past before, kind of feel like some of them may or may not be.
Well, I suppose we should get away from the mountains as soon as possible then.
Well, no different to what we were planning to do anyway. So,
True.
Let's keep going, but keep an eye on them. You guys okay? That looked pretty horrible back then.
I mean, it wasn't my finest battle, I have to say.
Shall we try and make the bottom of the mountains before resting? Or do you need to rest for a short time?
100%. No, I don't want to be here.
Fine, let's keep going.
Okay.
I'm gonna tap Ando on the shoulder for a 3rd level cure wounds.
Alright.
Oh, that's really good.
Where the fuck were all these at?
Now the good rolls happen.
That's 25 points.
Nice.
That was an 8 and 2 6s. That was really good. That's the best cure wounds roll I've ever done.
Holy.
I know.
I'll take it.
Crazy.
Jeez.
Cool. So as you do that, as you're walking along, Feltag sort of comes around the corner and is like, "Sorry, did I miss something?"
Oh, yeah.
Now I know why we left you behind.
Jesus.
I got distracted by some rocks.
Yeah, so did we.
We just nearly got killed by some bastard rocks.
You didn't touch the rocks, did you?
Why didn't you shout?
So you want to hear the commotion?
Well,
I'm going to frantically
sounded
look
like
through my
more
book
rock
of songs to see if I can learn heat metal before the day is out.
Jesus Christ.
You horrible man.
Kirik, with your passive insight, you notice a sly grin at Feltag's mouth.
Good.
You get the impression there was a little bit of payback in that one.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Feltag now steps up and takes out the huge, great sword that he's got. Okay, shall we head on?
Yeah,
Think so.
trying to get to the bottom of the mountain as quickly as you can.
Cool. So as you approach the edge of the plateau, you can see that again it's going to be a little bit of a struggle and probably take you about an hour or two, but there is a rough path which will take you now down to the bottom of this mountain. You're not as high up as you first thought you were, and you sort of begin to head down. I need everybody to make me dexterity saving throws, please.
good.
Dexterity saving throws.
Dexterity saving throws.
Oh yeah, that's gonna go great.
It's fine.
Wow. 14.
That is a 9.
14. 9. So anybody that gets less than a 10 is going to, at one point, slip and fall on their arse. And it's going to take
Sliding damage.
3 points of bludgeoning damage as you sort of land on these loose shales. As I quickly pull out a failed tag.
How many points? Sorry, say that again.
3.
3 points of bludgeoning damage. Dex saving throw. Yeah, Peltag got a 9 as well. 3 points of bludgeoning damage as he slips.
Cling clang, cling clang,
Lands on his
cling
ass.
clang, cling clang.
Quang. Cool. So you then begin to wind your way down. As I say, it's rough going. It takes 2 hours, but eventually you sort of exit out the bottom of these mountains onto the plains. As you sort of look to your south now, you can see the glittering walls of a city and a coastline beyond it, which you sort of work out is Deluin. I'm assuming you begin to head your way towards it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the shadow
Okay.
on the road still visible, or as in, you know, the
Not
time
from
it's
where you are.
Good. Okay, so we're. Oh, I suppose another question, which is sort of from the mouth of the cave, how did we look like we were closer than the shadow on the road, or further away from the city? You know, comparably, or hard to tell.
You look. It felt like you were closer, I will say.
Cool. Okay.
The shadow was very much looked like it was on the edge of the desert and the plains where they meet. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we head straight for the city.
Okay, and are you just simply marching straight up?
Well, I'm going to be wearily looking at every rock, freaking out a little bit. Still making sure
The
no
rocks do
rocks
thin
look
out
like the
quite
rocks that
quickly
just
out
looked-
here, and you get the odd tree, but for the majority, it's a wide grassland
I was
plain.
going to say we're now in the plains. Yeah.
Hills there are there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we head straight for it. I was probably turn to the group at some point. If they do know an army's coming, and we're trying to get in before that, how the hell are we going to get in? Are we going to say we're, you know, simple travellers? They're going to think we're scouts. So, do we have to like go around from a different area, different side? You know, what's the? Or are we just going to get peppered with arrows every time we get close to it?
I think if we if we talk to the guards and we ask for an audience with whatever his name is, I can't remember.
Good.
I think we can
It's
we might be able
conqueror.
to get in.
Well, look.
Absolutely not.
Shall we see if there's any sort of merchants or anything still going on a road nearby, and we can find out whether we can get in or not. They may have already closed the city, so we may not be able to, but that at the very least we might be able to get in. And I suppose
Good idea.
we also don't want to assume, but do warn them that there is a army on its way, and we have seen it. It's literally within spitting distance. So maybe that also
True.
will get us a bit of a favour.
I am going to, as we're walking, put my shield in my bag, my haversack, and I'm going to wrap my cape of the mountebank around kind of the front, kind of like a half cape, to cover the holy symbol of the Raven Queen.
Okay.
Just in case, I say to Dargon.
Yeah, sounds like they're not particularly favourable of your deity here. I suppose I really should have asked if mine was or not.
Guess we'll have to find out.
Yeah, maybe we will.
Cool. As the 5 of you approach the city now, you can see that the huge great walls are this silverish white stone that reach very, very high. They are easy, sort of 60, 70 feet in height. And you now notice they are manned. You can see small figures around them. And you also see these structures. And it's in the moment where you see these structures that you just hear this... and this streak of orange flies towards the 5 of you. I have taken a picture of it because I rolled a nat 20 on this. As this ball of fire just smacks in to where you are, everybody's going to take 32 points of fire damage.
Whoa! What was that?
Oof. That definitely deserves
That's me.
Right, we need to guess what that puts under on. Well, no, 35. Did you say 35?
I can tell you that.
60.
32.
32, 63.
So I'll do that for you. 32, that will put him on 63, yeah.
Sweet. Bothrid takes a...
So
120.
Bothrid's not raging, so he took the full, so he's on 101.
Okay, don't know why I had him on that. And Kirik.
I think you missed a couple of attacks and stuff.
Probably.
I am on 72.
Lovely.
Holy shit.
Whoops, managed to open up speech recognition. That was impressive.
Cool. So as this giant fireball just splashes and sort of knocks you out, you can then hear the as a battalion of elven warriors come out and surround you, all these very ornate shields and spears, and they surround you and point down, and one speaks up. By the order of Lord Erendriel, surrender your weapons. And I think we'll leave it there for tonight.
God,
Wow.
So, we get into it once again with a few surprises, and I see Danny has just popped back into the stream. So, for Danny's sake, what just happened is that you've approached the city of Deluin, and a ballista has basically fired at you. This huge great fireball has landed on you all. You've all taken some fire damage, which I've already done for you on Anders' character sheet. And you are now surrounded by a battalion of elven warriors who have asked you to surrender your weapons. And that's where we leave it tonight. So thank you all for joining. We are so very close to that 50 follower mark now. So begging, pleading, hoping that by Wednesday, hopefully, we can hit 50. Or at least just this week we can hit 50, and then hopefully on the stream next week, next Monday, we can announce the winner of the competition. So if you're not already following along, please do follow the Twitch stream, the Twitch channel, and get yourself a chance to create an NPC alongside myself, win a dice box, win a t-shirt. We will have a bit of a celebration when we hit 50. And yeah, but thank you all for joining. Thank you to the tools that we've used tonight. So some very quick Incarnate maps there, very quick bit of Owlbear Rodeo, D&D Beyond as always. 5e Magic Shop for the shop stuff. Any DM that is struggling with managing shops and items, that single tool is an absolute godsend. So I do encourage you to check it out on Patreon and show them some love, because their keeper tier is very useful, and there's more on the way, I am informed. So yes, I think with that we will close for tonight. But thank you all for joining us once again. We love you all. Thank you always for the continued support. We will see you on Wednesday for Malt Magic and more. But until then, stay safe. We love you all. See you next time.